Moscow now. That's where NBC News reporter Matthew Bodner is on duty. And, Matt, let me start with Zelensky's offer of meeting Putin anywhere Putin wants to meet. Obviously, diplomacy. He wants Ukraine to be caught asking for diplomacy before war. What's the Kremlin response?
Thank you, Chuck. Well, they've not really responded to this yet, and I don't think we should necessarily be holding our breath for them to take this offer, because we've really heard this a lot recently. Zelensky has made overtures. Other nations have made overtures on behalf of Zelensky, and Russia's response is essentially always the same. There's nothing to talk about. You just need to implement the Minsk II agreements. At best, they say you need to negotiate directly with the rebel regions of eastern Ukraine. Obviously, that is part of implementing the Minsk agreements. But while we are seeing this from the Russians, we have seen a really drastic rise in tensions here in Moscow. Of course, there's this other part of the story that is kind of being forgotten about a little bit as we're all looking at Donbass, but Belarus, a critical part in all of this. Over the weekend, we saw massive strategic nuclear exercises that were being kind of like jointly run by the Belarusian president and Vladimir Putin. Obviously, Putin at the helm of that one. But just this morning, a very crucial development. The Belarusian Defense Ministry said that those Russian exercises that they've been insisting for weeks would end today, will continue indefinitely, citing tensions in Ukraine, citing NATO. So we're seeing a very harsh increase in rhetoric here, while kind of continued rejections of any overtures from the Ukrainians.
And, Matt, what are the Russian people seeing on media? Is this an inevitable drumbeat to war with Ukraine, and that they have no choice because Ukraine is forcing Russia into this situation? Or is there any sort of hint at a potential off-ramp?
That's really the question now. So 48 hours ago, we saw the switch flipped on Russian state media, and it has been wall to wall, and I cannot emphasize this enough, since that happened, since the announcement of evacuations from Donetsk. So if you tune into Russian TV right now, you open any of the state media websites, you are going to be barraged with claims of looming Ukrainian attack on the Russian-speaking peoples of eastern Ukraine, claims of imminent, already occurring Ukrainian provocations. And you have the Kremlin saying that right now the situation is essentially at a breaking point, that there can be irreparable consequences. This is the Kremlin press secretary saying this, for any provocations, any unintended actions. So they are being prepared now, finally, for what we fear might happen. Chuck?
Matt Bodner on the ground for us in Moscow. Matt, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.